Render is about to go parabolic and I will tell you why. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Doc and today's video I'm going to explain to you why Render is about to go parabolic in the coming month and also give you my Render bull run top price prediction. So let's start this video off with what's going on with the Render price since my video of last week. So during last week's video, Render was trading around $7.10 and we were actually talking about that Render could revisit the bottom of like $6.82 before it would go up to the top of the range, which is like $8, which is sitting at right now. And right now it's looking really good with a 4-hour close above the range, but again, this could be just a fake out and we could go down again or even go up further to like previous resistance. But once again, at the end of the video I will talk more about my short-term Render price prediction and my bull run top price prediction, so definitely keep watching until the end. So a lot of people always ask me, Doc, why is Q1 always so bullish? Why are you always talking about the first quarter of the year? It's easy. It's because the first quarter is the most important year for companies, financial markets, because everybody reveals their number of the previous years. And usually when it's bullish, the stock or crypto or whatever starts pumping, and everybody knows Nvidia is the most anticipated one again, because Nvidia keeps breaking records, and this will be very good for AI coins like Render. And we can even see this kind of bullishness in the results of Render in the previous years, because in the beginning of 2023, when the AI hype happened, Render went up by 442% in the first quarter. And that wasn't the only year that Render went really parabolic, because in the beginning of 2024, which wasn't a bull run, which had no retail money flowing in, Render even went up 300% in the first quarter. And this was due to its strength, but also once again the big hype for Nvidia, because this rally literally happened towards the Nvidia rally. And this year it will be much bigger, because yes, Q1 is bullish, yes, we're at the start of a bull run, and yes, everybody at the end of February is just waiting for Nvidia to kill its numbers. So yeah, Q1 in my opinion will be the time that Render goes really parabolic, and it will also be the time that I will start selling the majority of my Render back, which I have been holding for over 2 years now. And again, on YouTube, Twitter and Telegram, I will keep everybody up to date when I sell and what percentage of my bag I will be selling. But now let's move on with the other bullish things that will help Render with its parabolic run. So the big thing you can never neglect is the burning. Like, we have seen so much burning in the last month, and again during this week's epoch, Render burned double the amount of mint. So these are really bullish stats, and currently they only have been shared by me and other smaller Render influencers. But once the big boys, like the accounts with 100, 500, 1 million followers, will actually look at these numbers, once this actually goes to like 100,000 Render burned and stuff, this will create a lot of FOMO. And Render is actually killing it right now, because if you didn't know, the revenue of the Render network, which is basically backed 1-to-1 ratio for the burning of Render tokens, was over $700,000 in the month of December. So this is incredible, because if you look at the previous all-time high, which was at like October 2024, this is basically a 3x. And now once again, I hope that January will be incredible as well, because everybody knows that there is a major update coming to Render. The thing I'm talking about, of course, is Blender, which is basically a free and open source software and has the best 3D CG technology. Like, Blender is really big. It has over 3 million users who are heavy GPU demanding people. Like, all the users do heavy GPU tasks with 3D CG technology. If they all come to the Render network, they will burn so many tokens. It will create so much hype. Like, this is the thing we're talking about every week, but I have to remind you that once this goes to alpha, it's right now in beta, it will create a lot of FOMO, and I really hope that the beta will be done towards the end of January and that we can start February with a lot of hype, a lot of burning, Blender users using Render, buying Render to actually use the network and starting the real FOMO rally. Because trust me, if Blender comes to Render before the start of the rally, it will have a significant impact to it. And another thing that you always have to keep an eye for is the amount of holders. Like the amount of holders has to continue going up. And actually this number has to go parabolic as well. So what I'm expecting when the price starts to go parabolic, that this number goes much higher, and it is needed. The number of holders is very important. It's one of the best ways to have like free marketing to hype people up, and people actually look at this number as well, because if they see it going up, they will know that people are interested. The volume will also go up, and it will be a massive bull flag. So yeah, the Blender integration, the amount of holders, and of course the price action are the three main things that will be very important in the month of January. And if all three remain massive bull flags, then February will be an incredible month in my opinion for Render. And before I talk about my short-term and bull run top price prediction, if you want to claim a free $500 airdrop, just go to the top of the description and click on the Bybit airdrop link. Once you're at the Bybit airdrop link, you will see my name and Bybit, and you will see that you can get a free $500 position airdrop. All you have to do is go to register to claim, register a new account, deposit money within 7 days, and claim your free $500 airdrop. And don't wait too long, because it's an exclusive deal, and a free $500 airdrop could change your life in a bull run. So when we do a short-term price prediction, the most important things are basically taking a look at the resistances, but also the support levels. So right now, as you can see, there's a very important resistance level at the top of the range, which is being tested. But there's of course more resistance levels before we actually go to all-time high or higher. So the really important ones are the one at $8. We got a Fibonacci level at 8.5. Then we got a really important Fibonacci level once again at like 9.70. And then we got the resistance flip, which will be really important, which is around like $10.30. So right here. So this is the main target which we want to grab. So what we want to see in the short term is that Render actually flips this level into support. So what we mean by that is, let's just go very bullish, like Render goes up to 11, then retests down on the resistance, and then continues up to the next major resistance, which of course is a previous all-time high of like 13.65. So let's take this out. So this is the most bullish case we can have. Maybe even make it like this, retest this double wick at 11.8, come down to this previous resistance level, and then go up. But of course, we don't always go up in a straight line. That's not how the market works. You can see that as well. So another basic thing is, where are support levels? Because a lot of people tend to buy at resistance, but you should be buying at support. Of course, since we're in a bull run, in my opinion, you should never be entirely out of the market and entirely in the market, because you should always have cash for opportunities, but also always hold tokens before they go up to massive resistance level. So let's take a look at where the support levels. So in my opinion, you have a few important support levels, and let's just draw them like green. So green means buy and red means sell, as in resistance. So let's make this one green. So we can just make this one green. Here we go. I hope the next ones will also be green. So the first important support is a monthly open. This sits around like I think $7.18. It's actually right here. So this is actually something that usually gets retested as well. So a quick retest here before we go up. It actually happened here as well. So I posted about as well like this here. So basically it went all the way up to $5.20, and then it retested the monthly open before it went up. It's actually not that big. So this is I think like a 10% downfall, which would be exactly the same, like 10% downfall before, as you can see here, it went up massively. So the monthly open is always a nice one to retest. Then if we go down a little bit more, there's some very interesting. So there's like 3 more lines which could be very interesting in the short term. So one is like at $7.07. This is where you have like a moving average 100 on the daily and a Fibonacci level 0.618. And then again, this one is really interesting as well. This is where you have have like the moving average on the 200 day. So these three levels are really good support levels, which are also very interesting buying opportunities. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if you have some spare cash, I put buy orders at these regions because they're very interesting, and if they get tested really quick and goes up really fast, it's basically free money. So yeah, short term it's really easy. We need to go through these resistance levels I draw. We could test these support levels, and again in next week video, if we're higher or lower, I will adjust these levels to keep you all up to date. But this was my short term price prediction. Let's move on to the bull run top price prediction. So for my bull run top price prediction, what I always do is just draw the Fibonacci level. It's really easy. Just go to Fibonacci retracement, go to the top, and then just go all the way down to the bottom. So as you can see, the first thing you will see are these resistance levels, which I talked about: 8.5, 9.70, and of course this important level, this 11.8, which was a previous double top and also an important Fibonacci level. But since we're talking about a bull run top, let's just stick to like the higher time frame. So the higher time frame remains the same here. So what we're gonna do first is go here, retest this one, so this double top, this is really important. And then what we're gonna do is here retest the 10.3. It isn't necessary, but this is usually how it works. And then we go up here, try to break all-time high. So to break all-time high, there are two options, like some are better than the other ones. So let's take this one. So this is like the ideal one, and then what you're gonna see here is you just go to like $14-15, go a little bit down to 13, and move up to the next Fibonacci, which is a 1.618. So this will be a big resistance. So this is a target which is actually almost exact $20. It's where a lot of people will start selling, because $20 is a number they will like. A lot of people have been holding since like 40 cents, $1, $2, and $20 is a great target. So there's two things that could happen here. The first thing is just go down to the 13.65, and this isn't that bad, but you want this to happen in a liquidity grab. So just straight down, and then the next day just continue up. So what you want to see here is like this: go down to 13.65, liquidity grab, and then straight up again, and really push towards this $30. And this is something we see a lot. We saw this with Sui. So this is something which happens. But what we don't want to see is this, to be honest, is that we get to the 13.6 and then have a nasty liquidity grab, maybe even here like it happened before, and then go up once again to 13, but start struggling in this area. So this is what we don't want to see. In the ideal circumstances, we go to like 20, have a disgusting liquidity grab, it doesn't matter, and go up. And then once we go up in a bull run, it depends on hype. So we could stop at 30, we could even go to 50, and in a massive parabolic run, we could even go above 100. The market cap isn't that high even at 100. It's like 50 billion, which is basically nothing for the top AI coin, considering XRP at like 100 billion plus in a month. But to really make a decent bull run top price prediction, we have to break this all-time high first, and as fast as possible as well. So once we break this all-time high level, I will be able to give you guys a much better bull run top price prediction. And again, it's not financial advice, it's how I think. This could be a perfect play. And what would be the ideal thing to see is basically break all-time high in January, retest, go up to 20 mid-February, get a liquidity grab, and move on to March. Like towards the end of February, March, just get this big bull run of like 1 month, 3-4 weeks of straight pumping before it ends. So that's the ideal circumstances. I don't know when it will happen. I, in my opinion, think February will be incredibly bullish. March will be bullish as well. But the first big target on the higher time frame is this all-time high. Once we break this all-time high and see how it goes, will it go to 13 and get the the night really heavily? Will it just break to 15, small retrace, go to 20? Or will it even do like 15, 11 straight to 30? It just depends about the sentiment in the market and how strong the hype is around render. But for now, like I said, 50 is right now my bull run top price prediction. Anything higher depends on how fast we move to these levels of 20, 30, even 13.6. And every week, of course, I will keep everyone up to date with my short-term and bull run top price prediction. So you definitely don't want to miss any of these videos if you want to buy bottoms and sell the top. And I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Be sure to like if you did. Also follow me at TheRealDoc on Twitter to know when I talk about render, crypto, selling points, buying points and more. Also, if you want to know when I place my exact buying and selling orders, be sure to join my Doc Crypto Lounge. The link is at the top of the description and at the pinned comment, so definitely don't hesitate to join. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more crypto content and YouTube. Until next time.